All right. Okay, I think we are. I think we're rolling here. So we are gonna do. We are gonna do a card game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and on this game, I'm gonna go into my missions. So you can see here, I have a weekly mission to do 200 death cards. And over on the far right, I've got a daily mission to play 30 death cards there too. So if I do 20 death cards today, you can see I'll get that daily, and that'll work towards my weekly. Okay, so we're going to use a death deck. And let's go in here. Here's this campaign. It's going to be super tough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to win it. But I'm going to try. So let's take a peek here. I'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, so now this is a time-limited campaign. So I'm going to try this one. It's called Cannibalist IC Feast. You can see there. It has like a vampire-looking character thing there. So we're going to go into that one. Cannibalist IC Feast. Go in there. And here, you can see I already beat the first one, the first Court King. I somehow managed to beat that one. So now we're going to try the Howling Banshee right here. Right there. And you can see the champions they're going to use. Shows you. The Briar Queen. She's a spirit. And over here we've got Buraku Skeletal Champion. He's a risen. And on the end you have another Spirit Torment. So that's a spirit. So you can see they've got same one on both ends, Spirit Torment. Alright, we're going to jump in. We're going to fight them. We're going to use a death deck because of that mission. And let's see here. So, and this is one that's a little bit different than the standard death deck. I don't know if it's better, but I tried to make it different. So you can see here, we're going to go into that one. And we are going to go ahead and see if we can get it going. There we have it. Cool. Okay. There we go. Loaded. Here we go. Alright, so first we got to place our champions down. First before that, you can see that the 4 blessings that I have in my deck, in case you didn't know this, you pick 4 blessings to include in your deck, and they are in there and they're randomly distributed among these different spots. So I don't know which one went to which spot. So let's take a peek here. I think from what I gathered in my last practice round, this is a wizard. He's a skulking necromancer. And you can see that he has a relationship with the allies that are on each side of him. That's those green squares. So in order to avoid forfeiting that, we're going to put him in one of the middle squares. You can see his description. Reduce damage received from highlighted enemies equal to the number of highlighted allied risen units. So basically, this wizard, he reduces damage from the highlighted enemy across from him based on the number of risen type of units that are on his square and next to him. So based on that, we're going to put him in here. And let's go. We're going to put him here. I'm going to use, like I said, one of the middle ones. We're going to go here because look, if you look across from him, let me see here. Yeah, across from him, that's the leader of his pack. You can see it's a wizard. She casts spells. So I'm going to put my wizard across from their wizard. Okay, so the Skulking Necromancer is going to go right there. And then there is, based on his description, he wants risen units next to him. So these 2 are risen. You can see that this Skeletal Champion, he's risen. So I'm going to put him in. And let's actually look over here. This one's risen as well. So I want them on each side of that necromancer because they're all about risen, like raising the dead. So let's go with this guy. can either go there or there with the strategy I'm talking about. So let's put him right there. The Grave Guard Essential. And then the other Risen is just a Skeleton Champion. I'm going to put him on the other side of the Necromancer Wizard. Okay. We know he likes the Risen. And then that Mordant. That's a different champion. They're all Risen except for that Mordant. He's on the far right. Okay. Here's our first draw. We get 4 cards. There we go. You can see we have 32 health, and so do they. Alright, I already know something about some of these. Like this one here, it's a Risen, but you can see it's a zombie dragon. It's a unit. So it's Risen, but look at the description. As it enters play, you discard 1 card from your hand. So you forfeit a card from your hand when you bring him out. So I like to not use him unless I have an empty hand. Like he doesn't have any cards left to forfeit. So then we have 2 of these. You can see this one is the same as the one on the far right. It's a Freakish Crypt Horror. Looks pretty nasty. Damage to your opponent and gain health. So you can see the first corner is always in the top left. That one has an X, so nothing happens. But as he ages, his second corner is 1, third is X, and his fourth corner is 2. So here we go. We could bring him out, and let's take a peek here. He's Mordant, so I would put him. I'm going to put him with the only champion that is Mordant. And he's a unit, so it's going to satisfy his first square of his quest line. See the 4 squares over there? It's going to satisfy his first one, because I'm bringing a unit out. So bring him on out, the Freakish Crypt Horror. Okay, there we go. We got his first square on his quest line. And what is this? Rewrought from Death. Ability for a wizard. Swap a highlighted unit with a unit from your discard pile. Oh, that's good. Okay, so basically you can see highlighted ones are his square and the ones right next to him. So essentially when one of those units have already expired all their stuff but they're still sitting there, you could use this as a wizard and sacrifice that card. Ideally it's already done. Like it's already done all of its abilities. Then if you sacrifice it, you're not missing anything. And by doing that, you go ahead and go and get any unit from your discard pile. And so he's pretty cool if you can use it, but we don't need it now. So I'm gonna bring out another Mordant. Damage to your you know what? No, let's just draw a card. Okay, here we go. Ooh, 3 damage. 3 damage. Oh, a Devour ability. Just got 2 health and took out one of my Freakish Mordants. Okay. Crypt Shield Skeleton. Alright, my turn. Let's take a peek here. What is this? Mordant. Tireless Crypt Flayer. Okay, it's got 3 corners. The first one is nothing, second one is a 2, the third one is a 3. Damage to your opponent. And last stand, move a Mordant unit from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, wow. So you would want a Mordant unit in your discard pile. Because right as this one goes out, that last stand, that is what happens right before he leaves combat. Right when he's about to be removed. So he will basically, when he's removed, a Mordant from your discard pile comes into your hand. It's like a total bonus. And I don't know that I have any Mordants in my discard pile right now. Let's look. I do. The Freakish Crypt Horror. Wow. Okay, so then that means he would help with that. Okay, last stand. So he's going to bring a Mordant back from that pile before he leaves. And we're going to put him back over here again, and we're going to get credit again for another quest objective there, because he's a unit coming out. Alright, here we go. Tireless Crypt Flayer. Bam, look at that. Same card went out twice to get 2 of those quest ones. And then this. Damage your opponent, gain health. Oh, look at that. So on corner 2 and corner 4, he'll damage them and give us health. Pretty freaky looking. Freakish Crypt Horror. Okay, so I'm thinking I wanted to keep the Mordants all to the right, because that's what this leader here. See? Crypt Infernal Courtier. He's a Mordant. So I want to do Mordant units with him. So let's get another card. We're the Vampire one. Okay. Puts out Wraith Storm, which is a spell. Unlocked his Blessing. Whoa, did 2 damage.
Oh, you're losing.
Brimghast Reapers. Here we go. Okay, so now it's my turn. There's some damage. Alright, let's see what happens here. Now, let's see here. We could, well, this is a vampire type. Blood Knight Castellan. It's a unit, so damage to your opponent, and it's referring to the third corner. You can see that as a 4. When a highlighted unit is removed, restart this unit. Oh, wow. So look at this. It's highlighting all 4 units on my side and all 4 units on their side. So basically this thing is essentially saying when a highlighted unit is removed, restart. So when any unit is removed from anywhere on the board, this guy restarts. Wow. So you'd have to have 3 turns in a row of no units being removed for him to do his damage. He's a vampire.
Also, he does a lot of damage if...
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, you can see here the number on the Roman numeral on the very bottom. I'm not totally positive, but the Roman numeral on the very bottom, it says it's got a 2.
Oh, so you're not like an expert at this game yet?
No, not at all. I just started playing it maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. So let's see here. I don't know about. He's a vampire. Then there's this one, Freakish Crypt Horror. That's the more. I want to keep him on the right. What was this again? This, you can tell by this blue. First off, he's pretty rare. This is a pretty darn rare thing. You see on the bottom there? So swap a highlighted unit with a unit from your discard pile. Oh, so basically whoever uses it is the dot. And the ones that are next to him are these green squares here.
They can't see your finger.
Yeah. And so basically we would... What does this one want? You can see the quest objective. He wants any unit. He wants to remove a card. I'm going from the left to right. You can see then this one here. I got the pointer. I should put that on there. You can see his quest objective. You can see him right there. Deploy a risen unit. That's the symbol for risen with that skull in there. Meaning he, not just any unit, a risen unit, compared to this one on the left.
Oh, so if you deployed a risen unit, then you'd get 2 quests.
You can only get 1 quest at a time for anybody. So let's see here. We have 2 moves. He's cool to bring out. He's risen, but you forfeit a card in your hand. So I want to save him.
He has 2 moves because of the 2 skulls in the middle.
Yep. That's how many moves I've got. If I don't do anything, I can be like, I don't want to use anything. I can use those skulls to get 2 cards. And you just hold B, boom, you get cards. But, so what is this again? That was that vampire. He sticks for 3 turns. You know what? Vampire, let's bring him out. This one is a risen only. So that's a vampire. It wouldn't satisfy the quest objective. This one, he doesn't care what you bring out. Any unit. Alright, let's bring him out.
And what happens if you do all the quests?
Then whichever, these are quests. These four white things down here.
Yeah, what does it give you?
They're different. When you make your deck, as you build up all your inventory of cards, you can look in and say, okay, I'm making a death deck. Which blessings do I have that would work? So you pick of all the blessings that you own, which you accumulate over time, you pick which 4 are in your deck. And then when the game starts, you can use it. You just want to put that, oh, there's one. So when the game starts, then the game automatically takes the 4 blessings that you picked, and it says, oh, they randomly go into these squares. But the only way you take advantage of it is by completing the quest objective for that champion. So if you click on his picture, here's the order. He always wants in the top left, you have to deploy a risen unit. Next, use an ability. Third is the bottom right, deploy a risen unit, and fourth is do any sort of damage. When he does we do all 4 of those, whatever blessing he was given turns over and takes action. Okay, so we have 1 skull left. And this one is ability. You can see the blue around it. It's pretty rare. So this is the one where basically I can take a unit that's on my square, whatever guy casts this thing, or the ones next to him, and basically send it out and get a new one for free. But I wouldn't want to do that because he still has some life in him. Next turn he's going to rotate this guy, and he's going to do 3 damage on his next turn when he rotates, and then his life is expired. After that he'll disappear. This one on the left, remember we just put him out? He is a vampire. He's got 3 turns life. On his third, he does that damage. But if there's anything removed, it resets it. So let's just leave it alone for now. Like I said, I don't want you bringing him out. This is a great card, this zombie dragon. He's powerful, but like I said before, he's risen, so he fits with this deck. You lose a card in your hand. I always like to avoid that. So let's just hold B. Let's get okay, there's our card. We've got that as a card. Now, you see on his turn? No one got expired. Oh, his blessing just did damage. He's done. Now he's got 3 cards in his hand. You can see at the top. Mine just rotated. And that vampire, he rotated to a second corner over here.
Oh.
So he's on the next turn, he'll rotate again, and then it's upside down here because it'll rotate.
Yeah.
4 damage to your opponent.
You need to make up some ground.
Okay, what's that now?
You need to make up some ground.
Yeah, this game, once you watch a couple games, that's not that big of a deal. I've come back from 15 points now. The game can change quick. Okay, so I remember I'm sticking with Mordant's over here because this is a Mordant. He's the only Mordant champion, see? And I don't know if you get a sense of whatever. You'll see similarities when you look at different types. Whereas this guy, Risen. See? Graveguard's Ascension. This is the wizard that doesn't say Risen, but you can see by his description, he is more powerful when he's got Risen units next to him. He's a skulking necromancer, so like an old evil wizard. Like necromancer means all about death. And then you can see here, skeleton channel, he's risen. So anyway, let's just I'd like to put a card out. Do we have a risen? We do, right there, risen. Okay, it's a Crypt Shield Black Knight. You can see it's a unit, which that red shield. Corners 1 and 2 reduce damage received from the highlighted enemies. So right away, as soon as he comes out, 1 and 2, he's going to reduce the damage from enemies across from him or to his flank. He's going to reduce the damage. So the first 2 turns, he's a defensive card. Corner 3, damage to your opponent.
Also, if there's 3 units, like right here, like 3 units, you want to put him right in the middle.
Right, yeah, exactly. You'd want him in the middle square, there or there. Because if you put him out here, right, you're forfeiting because there's nobody out here.
Yeah,
so,
but you would really want to do this or this. Because then that is...
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying this would be better because there's a bad guy
Yeah, because then you get 2.
Yeah.
But if you go any more right, then you only get 1.
Right. Yeah. You would be banking on, it's a very good point, you'd be banking on him putting units out here to take advantage of the defense.
Oh, I see.
What is this again?
I think you'd want to go in the necromancer spot.
I'm gonna be upset.
So then you okay, I'm gonna get 2, but I might even get 3.
Yeah, that's true. Because this is a spell. When you see the blue, that means it's a spell. And that makes sense because it's a wizard. These red ones are units. Okay, so here's the thing. This got one here, it's a risen, which would satisfy this quest objective.
I see.
Okay? And we're banking on these. And actually, look at, if you try to send it, look at this.
Wait, look at. The one on the left will only do 1 damage, but this guy will do 2. So definitely, yeah. Right, guy that needs it for his quest.
Look at here. See how it's all grayed out with those lines? That means you can't put it there because there's already a unit. And that's just a stacking. We'll talk about stacking when it comes up. But there's a unit there, and it's not a stackable unit, so can't do it. This is a wizard. Can't do it because this is...
Also, you have to go to that.
Yeah, and this one over here already has one too, so it would have to be this one.
Yeah, that's a good option too.
Yeah, it does the quest objective. You can hit B and back out. The Mordant, we're going to the right. This one is the one sacrifice. What was this? Oh, this is what we use to swap out. Look it. Okay, here's a great example. This is an ability only for a wizard called Rerot from Death. You can swap a highlighted unit from his or the next to him. His or next. There's nobody on the right side, but there is him. I don't want to forfeit this vampire who's going to do 4 on his next turn. So I don't want to do that. I'd love to swap out this one on the right, but it can only be cast by a wizard, and it only affects these squares here. You know, it can't get there. So can't use that. So the only one to do would be this. Let's do it, because it'll do the quest objective. So watch. Crypt Shield Black Knight. He's risen. Okay, first quest objective done. Okay, we're getting one step closer to unlocking that blessing. We've already looked at these cards, and I think we're just going to leave it alone. So I have one skull. I'm going to hold B. I'm going to get my friend. What do I get? Devourer. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, look at this. This saved me. Did you see that? Dispel the damage and just blocks up. Look at. Oh wow! Oh my goodness!
That guy blocked a lot.
He did. I think the Necromancer blocked some on his own, plus this guy blocked damage. Okay, so he expired. Oh, the vampire!
Oh, that vampire hits hard.
Yes. And now you know what?
What?
We can use. Well, here's the card we got. Let's just look quick.
Devour. Oh, that just removes one you.
And the nice thing about these, when you see this color, anybody can use it. Here's the top left of these cards shows the symbol for an ability. That means ability. Top left, top right. And anyone can use it. That's huge because, like, look at the one on the left. His third thing for his quest is an ability, so he could use that. He needs 2 abilities. I'm looking at the wizard, and then you go to the right. This one needs an ability for his next. And obviously over here, he only has 2 left. He only needs any unit to come
Ooh, we should probably just...
Yeah, but you know what we're going to do? What's this? We have 2 skulls. You can see them in the middle, okay? We're going to take this. Rerot from Death. It's a wizard ability. And since this... Here's the thing. Since this vampire, he's got 3 corners, he just went. So he's expired. Like, he basically charges for 3 turns, and then boom. Damage to your opponent. When a highlighted unit is removed, restart this unit. Oh, we can save him. Look at that. And it says if a highlighted unit is removed, all of them are highlighted. See the bottom? Anything on the board, he refreshes. Okay, do I have a card that can remove?
Devour. Perfect.
Oh my. So what does it do? Remove a highlighted spell or a unit.
Spell! Right there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, right there.
Okay, hold on. Let me just think for a second here. And look at this is amazing. Okay, right? Remove. Look at his Necromancer's first quest objective. See when things like this, when it gets exciting. Remove a spell or unit. Oh,
definitely do that.
This is huge. It's going to refresh him. Okay, watch this. Here we go. What's fun when this happens?
No, it's the right.
Oh, yeah, because this one, you're sacrificing him. Swap a highlighted unit, he would go to the discard pile, and then I get a unit from the discard pile. Like, let's just say he's tired, he's done, he's done for, right? Nothing else is coming from him. And if he was a normal card, you can say, put him over there, get one back, and it doesn't even cost you a skull. Except because, well, it would because you're using the card. But okay, so we're not doing that. We're going here, Devour.
Wait.
Look at this. Remove a highlighted spell or unit, and it shows who it's referring to across from him, because this is him. Shuffle 1 unit from your discard pile into your deck, so it'll take 1 out of here and put it over here. Okay, this is exciting. Watch this. We're going to get his quest objective. We're going to get rid of this thing across from him.
Oh, yeah, that does a lot of damage, too.
Yeah, what was it doing? Wraithstorm. Holy buckets. It's a 4-corner card. Discard the top card from your opponent's deck. Be down the bottom right. Deal damage for each unit discarded this way. Oh, so it takes 2 cards from my deck on the bottom right. It looks at it. If it's a unit, do a damage. If it's a unit, do a damage. And it's also burning up his deck. And look, if I hold Y, I have, well, it's not a problem. I have 20. He has 20. You can see we have a lot of cards yet. But anyway, let's do this. Okay, Devour. Oh, this is exciting. Quest objective. And it's going to refresh the vampire. Here we go. It should.
Go into your bed.
It's an ability.
You have to go into your bed.
Yep, gone.
Your bed.
Select a unit back from your deck. Oh, back to your deck. Oh, right. Okay. Damage to your opponent and gain health.
Maybe we should.
Corner 2, gain health. So when you see an X at the top left, that means its first turn it does nothing. Okay? So right off the bat, you can see like what's going to affect right away and what isn't. Ancient Skeletons, damage to your opponent. Oh, it's stacking. These, you can, if it says stacking, like you see that word right there, you can put you can keep adding them to your on top of your unit, and they add on. Like you can put as many as you want on there, and then you can get stacks of however big, and they add on to the abilities of whoever's on top.
Whoa, that could get to be very powerful.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh boy. This one is corner 2, gain health.
Find your bed.
Corner 3, draw cards. Feasting Vargas. But then look at this. Oh, Ancient Skeletons. Let's do that one. Okay, back. And now look at this. The vampire should refresh. Right? Why didn't it go? See?
Maybe you'll do it next turn.
Oh, and a highlighted unit. Not a spell. Unit is removed. Okay, that's alright. So in that case,
We still got one
an
skull.
ability, swap him out. Yeah, look at this. It should give us a quest objective, but I don't know if it will. Let's see. Do it. Yes! Okay, and who can I want to swap out? This vampire is expired. Like, he's done. So let's take him and say, yep, you're going to swap you out. And look at this. Choose a unit to deploy. Damage. This one here, Freakish Crypt Horror. He's a Mordant. Here's a vampire, and here's a Mordant. Gain health. Damage and health. This one gain cards. Damage to your opponent. Oh. The Mordant. Boy, oh boy. He's more rare. You can tell by the symbol on the bottom.
You don't want any
So
of the windows.
let's bring
to
him
be
back.
white.
Well, just
You want all of them
because
to
he
have-
is.
You want all of them to have wood on.
So this is Blood Knight. He was gone. And now this one comes back. Look at that.
You want no windows.
Oh, he got credit for a
Downstairs.
unit.
You want downstairs, no windows.
You can. I've seen sometimes where it didn't.
None of the windows.
Brave Call. Whoa.
Oh, that's not bad for you.
Oh, stackable. That means if you have stackable units, they all like pile on. Whoa. Whoa. What the heck? Oh, look at, we can finally use this thing. We would use it last though. And this works out good. This is a Mordant. Freakish Crypt Horror. Look at this. A damage on and basically what this description says, any corner that has a number, it's saying that damage to your opponent and gain health. So the Fade Away is top, there's not a number, so it does nothing. But he powers up, charges up. His second corner, he's going to do 1 damage to them, and he's going to give us a health. Third turn, nothing. Fourth, 2. Okay.
Oh, that guy could really change the tide.
Yeah, and here's another thing we haven't really talked about. You see the portraits of these champions? Like this? You can see the portrait? Those are normal. Look at this. He has this little star. It's called a Heroic Act. Heroic Act. Discard 1 card from your hand to move up to 1 Risen unit from your discard pile to your hand.
Bad guy coming.
Oh. This is cool. So basically, but it takes one of your skulls. But I can basically just cut it. So if there's a card in my hand, I can get rid of it, and I can get risen up to. I can get a risen unit from my discard pile. That is cool. And this Mordant, look at his. His heroic act, 1 damage to your opponent. So basically, I can just use a skull and just doing my damage. So, but here's what we're gonna do. We're not doing those. We're bringing this Mordant out, and yep, go over there. Go. It's because he already has a unit. He already has a unit. That's a wizard. Can't do any of them. So it's the only one. That's where we want him because he's Mordant. Watch. He's gonna do his 3rd quest objective.
And then what do you have to do to complete the
Well, once you complete those 4, then whatever blessing.
No, what is the last one that we need to do?
That's damage. You can always click on the blessing.
Just gotta deal damage?
Deal damage in any way
Yeah, I
possible.
did.
No, now, like from
Oh.
yeah, like yeah, they all have. Look at this guy. You know what I mean? Like you can see his next thing you have to do is an ability. After I do that, yeah. Okay, so look at this is perfect. This is what you want. But there's not a square for him.
Oh, what? Can you go in that?
His heroic act.
Yeah.
Discard 1 card from your hand to move 1 risen unit from your discard pile to your hand.
No, that's not.
But this would be the way to do it. You would use his heroic act. I would get rid of 1 of these cards in my hand. I only have 1. And it would allow me to get, what was it again? A risen? It would allow me to go into my discard pile and get a risen out of it. But why would I do that?
No,
This is a good risen card.
Yeah.
I just don't have a place for him. He's powerful. Look at, he's a three turn card. Nothing.
Oh, he is.
2, 4, yeah.
You should just draw a card.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not a very big deal.
No. Fuel the Gravitide ability for anyone. What's he gonna do? Haunting Chamber. Hex Raid. Crypt Shield. I don't know what this is doing. We'll have to read this card to see what it does. Oh, it healed him. And it removed our Mordant.
Well, I mean, he served his purpose.
Yeah. Crypt Shield Black.
Yes, okay. Oh. We got it, right?
The damage has to see he did the damage.
Yeah.
I have to have a unit on
Oh,
him to do the damage. Yeah, it's specific to that lane. Okay, let's see here. I want to see if it lets me look. It does. This is the one he just did. Fuel the Gravetide. Any ability for anyone. Search your deck for 3 different unit cards and move them to your discard pile to remove a highlighted spell. Oh, so he had to go through his deck and find 3 unit cards and move them to the discards.
That's
Just
pretty powerful.
yeah, but he had to basically had to go in his deck and find 3 units, throw them away, just in order to knock mine out. So
Actually,
yeah, it's not straightforward.
You
Awesome.
could really run out of units if you used a bunch of units like that.
Exactly. Yeah, your deck will go down quick. Okay, here's a spell. It's a 2-turn card, Spectral Grasp. Damage to your opponent. Okay, well, there again, it's referring to any corner there's a number.
4.
Pilot champion cannot rotate. So basically, across from this card to use it, which would be the wizard, the highlighted champion cannot rotate. So I don't know exactly what that means.
That means that it can't move, so it would just be stuck on that corner.
But it says champion.
Yeah. This is the
means
champion. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
we
let's-
can put both down. Wait, first we should do the left one.
Well, no, because this one makes you discard something from your hand. That's the thing. You use him when there's nothing left in your hand.
Oh yeah. Oh, and we can do that this
Yeah,
turn.
right. So we have 2 skulls.
Wait.
Damage to your opponent. Highlighted champion cannot rotate.
Or maybe it won't.
Let's see what it does. Spectral Grasp. Spell. Oh, and it happens probably on his turn when he gets to his turn. That's how they usually
Okay.
me, right? Cannot rotate. Oh no, you know what this would mean? It would have an X in the top left if it did nothing. The fact that there is not an X there, meaning it says that they cannot rotate. Okay, so that spell should not rotate then, if we understand right. Now,
That one goes on the right.
well, here's the thing.
What?
He's arisen,
So.
okay? And this guy Reduce damage received from highlighted enemies equal to the number of highlighted allied risen units. That's why I put it like this. So I want risen units all by him.
What?
Is this risen? No. But this, you're right. This is the dilemma.
No, well, it's the opposite.
Okay. So this here could go on this lane. It would satisfy. It would reduce the damage because this wizard.
Yeah, but then we don't get our
Quest objective.
Yeah.
He won't do it till his second turn, but he would get it then. Should we do it?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, because here's the supporting thing that really actually supports it. He reduced damage received from highlighted enemies equal to the number of highlighted. Does this one, it only works from what's across it. Deploy up to a risen or spirit. Oh, this doesn't do damage. This thing just is saying on its fourth turn, you can deploy up to 2 risen or spirit units from your discard pile onto any highlighted. Oh my goodness. You can go into his discard pile and find any risen or spirit. And just be like, that one, and boom, lay them out. For free. So that's a powerful spell. It takes 4 turns to power up. You can see it's already past its first. He needs 2 more turns to charge, and then he gets to go into his stack and get those. Alright, let's bring it out. I think it's like what you were saying. This card across from him doesn't do damage. So having a risen here is irrelevant. Here, he would go, and then on his second corner, it'll do damage. It'll undo his quest. And look at it. It says, I don't have any other cards in my hand, so I avoided them.
Give me some damage. Usually what's up.
Confused zombie. Look at his stack. He's got 2 on it now.
Your turn.
Okay.
Well, what to do it? 4, 2, you catched up.
Highlighted units are dormant. Oh, sweet.
What's that mean?
They're sleeping. They don't turn. They don't do anything. If they're defenders, they don't defend. If they are attackers, they don't attack. They just go to sleep. And this lasts for 3 turns. So even if he brings things out, it's not going to do him any
You
good.
should just draw 2.
Highlight champion cannot rotate.
Wait! None of them can rotate if we get it right.
Well, look at. That did rotate. So that's what I was wondering about. When it says highlighted champion cannot rotate.
And we'll do another 4 this turn. We're gonna take the lead.
No, he just did that.
No, we didn't.
The 4 that you see there, that's the damage he just did. Okay, so now I don't have any cards. So I can either draw 2 or I can use them. Watch this. Just card 1 card from your hand. I don't have any cards. I can't use that. His is just do a damage. I want the cards. Rather than using one of my skulls just to do 1 damage. If it were down to the end, that might win the game. But right now, I want the cards. What do I get? Ooh, opportunity strike. Oh, abilities. Which one use? Oh, that he brought. Oh, everybody's sleeping. Thorns of Briar Queens are all sleeping. That quest is huge.
Whoa. And you timed it like perfectly.
Yes, we did. Okay, that's the fella.
4.
Goodness, this is exciting. Okay, wow. And you can see, oh yeah, point this out. See how one of the corners is grayed? It's used one of its, it goes for 3 turns. It's used one of them. Okay, so these are both abilities. This is, I know, is an ability only for a warrior. Opportunity strike. Look at this. 2 damage, but if they don't have any units in play, it'll do another 3, a total of 5. But he has units all across the there, so I wouldn't get the bonus. But it's an ability for a warrior, which would work for him. He wants me to do an ability, and he's a warrior. And this guy. But you can see he's got 3 left, so if I was going to do that, I would use it here.
Yeah, do it.
Okay, or here's the thing. If I wanted to, let's just say I was going to say, I'm going to wait until there's no units, then to get that bonus of 3. Bad idea. Because look, he's got, and they're sleeping because of my own. They're going to be there a while, yeah.
7 turns.
Yeah. So.
And then you might put another one too.
Yeah, let's see what this one is. This is Battle Tactics. Anyone can use the ability. That's nice. So my wizard can use it. Shuffle up 2 cards from your hand into your deck. Draw cards equal to the number of cards. Oh, okay, I don't have that many cards, so that's fine. This one, I can get the 2 damage, and we're 15 to 11. Let's do it. And this, I could go here.
Time for me to go to
I mean, I could go here, but I'm not going to work on a quest. That'd be a waste, kind of, for that. But he has 3 steps. This one would make the most sense, because I only need 2 more steps, and I've got his blessing. Let's do it. It's an ability. So I'll do 2 damage, and I'll get his quest objective. 2. I only need to put a unit down, and I'll get his. Okay, let's
Draw.
draw. Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. What is this again? Shuffle 2 cards from your hand. You know, that's basically going in your hand and saying, rather than these 2, I'm gonna just see what I can get. I'm gonna trade him in.
It's the
Wait, what was his?
It's the goodest.
Discard 1 card from your hand to move a risen unit from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, so that would be whatever card in my hand, get rid of it so I can get a risen.
We should do that there.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Look at this. What? This champion? This champion? This one here is an ability. He wants an ability. He wants an ability. This is an ability that can be used by anybody. So I'm going to keep it just for the quest objective point. Right? I mean, I could trade it in, right?
Oh, wait, so then you should do it with the wizard.
Have him. Oh, I see. Use the ability, yeah. And then shuffle up 2 cards. But I won't have any cards in my hand, so it would have a null effect. But it would. So basically, this is a good point. It would satisfy his quest objective. That's it. Because there's no cards in my hand, so nothing can happen. I don't know.
You should probably just draw.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'd like to have a card. 15 to 9.
That's a unit.
Yes.
You should finish it. You should finish it.
The Briar Queen. What is she? Oh, she's doing a heroic.
Oh no.
Haunting Chancellor Horde. Oh, it's gonna be sleeping too.
Oh, we only have 1 more turn to sleep. Then, oh my goodness.
Oh, then they're gonna rotate, do 2.
They're gonna do 4 damage.
3.
Then you still be in the lead.
Well, it would be 2,
Wait.
3, 6, 7. On their next turn, after they wake up, they're gonna do 7.
Okay, but do that.
What is this? Damage to your opponent's a vamp. Look at that thing. Murderous Vargas. The thing looks nasty. It's like part bat. Look at those teeth. Oh my goodness. The 3. So I said vampire. It's somewhat rare. It's it's got 2 of rarity. It's got a lifespan of 3.
That guy.
Oh.
You can do it.
And he's risen too. No, he's vampire. That doesn't matter. Right here, it's gonna finish his quest.
Go.
Ready?
Go. What if it says I'm sleeping again?
I only have 4 damage to your opponent. Shuffle 2 cards from your opponent. Oh, and he loses 2 cards. Oh, that is huge. And he does 2 more.
Woo! We're about to win.
What? Let me read that again. Oh, is it gone? Oh, there it is.
Oh, next turn we'll win. Because this guy will do 2 damage, and then we can use his heroic act.
That's right, for the final blow. Let's look at this. Turmoil of Souls. It's a blessing. Oh, it instantly happens. Okay. 4 damage to your opponent. We saw that. Shuffle 2 cards from your opponent's hand. See, and he lose 2 cards. That is powerful.
Look at that artwork.
I know it. The artwork in these is so cool. I mean, the Turmoil of Souls. Amazing. Okay. Oh, it's grayed out. So it's already expired. Let's see, whereas this one's lit. Whereas this one's grayed. And this one is still active, obviously. So we just don't know what this is. We don't know. Graveguard Essential.
Okay, now we should play.
Okay, so now we can't. Wait a minute. We could forfeit this card if we use his heroic. We could get rid of that card and get a risen. But there again, we want abilities because look at this necromancer in here. Even though it looks like we're gonna win,
you should just waste the card. What are the quests? Get 1 quest.
Yeah, that's probably right. Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna draw. I could do a damage with this, but I think we got enough of a lead. Granted, he's gonna do some big damage. Let's watch this. They're gonna wake up. We've got enough of a lead, though, that I want to get a card. Tactical formation. Oh, they're still sleeping because mine doesn't rotate. She's using her heroic act.
Won't do much, and finish him off.
2. Oh, there it is. I see what you mean.
You just wrote that right now.
I should. Hold on. I want to just look at these. Draw a card.
Yeah, that looks like order.
Tactical formation. It does look like order, actually. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's an ability. It's like gender neutral kind of deal. But yeah, it sure does look optimistic, figuring there's some nasty creatures that I can use it with. Draw a card, and then swap this champion's position with a highlighted disengaged champion. Well, that's cool. So basically, it gives you a card, and you can swap champions. I'm not gonna complete either of these quests in time because and look at all the damage he's gonna do in the next turn. They're gonna be awake. They're gonna rotate. This thing's at 2, 3, this will be 6, 7 damage, and then that witch lady is probably gonna use her heroic act and do what 2 more. She's gonna be like 9 damage. So we do not want to mess with that. So Sawyer's right. We are going to just for statistics. We're gonna use this one, right? Draw a card, and he's gonna switch positions. Okay, that's fine.
Wait, but you still need one card to do that.
Once. You're right. Yes. So we're gonna use this ability. Anyone can use it. He's gonna use it. It did his quest objective, right? Oh, it didn't highlight it. Now this one is saying part of the card is you have to swap positions with somebody who's disengaged. He's engaged, because if you have a unit or a spell, you're engaged. So let's go here. Just say, oops, here. Just do that one. Did the ability go? Didn't give him credit for the ability. Something's not right, but anyway, doesn't matter.
Heroic act.
Heroic act, 1 damage. The Crypt Infernal Courtier is going to use the heroic act to finish this round. Bam! That. Sweet! I get 50 bonus because 50% because I have the battle pass. That was a great battle. You can see the artwork. Oh, this is showing my champions that are in the deck, and it shows the one who did the killing blow. I think is what that means.
Yeah.
The Mornington, and you can see the other champions that were in the battle. Okay, oh, sweet. I completed a 5th quest. So I got 600 gold. What else? Daily? Not quite. Oh, my weekly. I went to 43. Stage complete mighty war chest. Okay. Oh, the Grim Hailer. Oh my goodness. That, I bet, is going to be awesome. Let's just look real quick to see what they get. They have a Hell Knight with a heroic act. It has a Reikenor, the Grim Hailer. Oh my goodness, Spirit. Oh my goodness, look at that dude riding that big undead dragon.
I think that's supposed to be undead horse.
Oh, okay. And you can see here, that's like level 4 for rarity. And this is how powerful. The green 8 and the 2 red. I think it's the green one which says how powerful generally they are. And the U, I believe, is unique. Anyway, so he's probably the most powerful one in there. The Grim Hailer. Yeah, sure enough. Reikenor, the Grim Hailer. And the whole team is called the Grim Hailer. Crawlock, the Jailer. A warrior. When all highlighted champions are engaged, highlighted champions cannot rotate. Oh my goodness. Meaning when all of the enemy, when all 4 of his opponents are engaged with either a spell or a unit, they don't rotate. What?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
and then Reaper, Cairn, Wraith. Reduce damage received from the highlighted champion. Okay, that's the next team. We're not going to play it in this video. Maybe we'll play it in the next video. Let's just get our loot because we got to see the battle. So Let's go ahead and see what we got.
That's a fight.
Yeah. Okay, what did we get? Oh, Comet Strike. These are new cards to my collection. I did not have it before when it says new. It's a spell, Comet Strike. Remove highlighted units, damage to your opponent. It does it. Oh, it's on it charges for 4 turns, and on the 4th turn, it'll do, what would that be? 6 damage or 9? Probably 6. And it removes all, if there's units in any of those spots, it removes them. Oh, that's huge. Great Maw Talisman. It's an uncommon avatar. Okay. Knight Ezreal's common avatar. Okay, and I can re-roll once per day, but they're all 3 new to my collection, so I'm not re-rolling. Okay, and let's open the world. Here we go. Here we go. What did we get? 2 cards. Chaos Champion. I already have it. Bloodseeker Sanguine. Uncommon avatar. Uncommon. I almost want to read. One of them is new. Should I re-roll?
No.
Oh.
Your house.
So this is no. It's an uncommon, and I don't have it. But that champion is very. I already have that.
My house doesn't have a roof.
Do I re-roll it? I'd rather than have an avatar. Sure, it's a new avatar. I'd rather have a card that's new, so I'm gonna re-roll it. What did I get? Oh, okay. I got 100 souls. Okay, those are actually really valuable. And then energy pack. Okay. That's cool. All right, that's enough for this one. Awesome battle with a death deck. And we managed to win it with a little bit of commentary and help from Mr. Sawyer. So that's it for that video. Thanks for watching Games Gaming, and we'll see you soon. And you take care.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
Bye bye.